What's up, guys? It's your boy, Charms Gaming here, back with another WWE vlog. And, okay, I know it's a few days late, but now that I finally had a few days to process things, I can finally discuss what I think of the final Smackdown of 2016, and my god, what a hell of a show it was. You had three great matches, all for championships. You had the Four Corners elimination match between the new Wyatt family, as they're called. You know, I think it was Randy and Luke representing the Wyatts. You had American Alpha, the former champions, Beauty and the Man Beast, aka Heath Slater and Rhino, and you had the Usos. And it actually, Heath Slater and Rhino went up first. Then the Usos went up by getting surprised by American Alpha, if I remember correctly. Yeah, and then it was down to those. Then it was down to the American Alpha and the Wyatt family, and it was actually quite good because Randy and Luke, they're these two major juggernauts, and American Alpha had to rely on their gutsiness and just to pull through. And the finish was actually interesting because I think Randy, I guess he went to go after. I think it was either Gable or Jordan, I'm not sure which one, but he went after him, and I guess he kind of slipped and he accidentally hit Luke with a massive forearm that knocked him off the apron, and that allowed I believe Jordan wanted to take advantage and set Randy up for a grand amplitude, which they did. 1, 2, 3, and we got new champs. And then after the match, Luke and Randy started going at each other, and actually Bray had to step in and play Peacemaker. Put that image in your mind. Bray Wyatt having to play Peacemaker. So we got new tag team champions, and also the thing with Renee Young and The Miz actually um, went along as well because I think it was Dasha Fuentes. She wanted to get an interview with The Miz, and Miz refused to talk to anybody but that quote unquote little reporter girl or whatever it was they called Renee to speak to him. And he finally gets a word with Renee, and all of a sudden Renee just smiles, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, what you smiling at? Then the camera pans over to see Dean Ambrose, her boyfriend, dressed in I guess it was security outfit stuff, and all of a sudden he just lays waste to the security guards or whatever that Miz has, and then he goes in the walkie-talkie and he's like, "All clear," and that was kind of funny because Ambrose just as casual as hell. He's like, "All clear." That was funny, and then you had personally, I think the match of the night, but it's a slightly biased standpoint. Personally, Alexa Bliss and Becky Lynch for the SmackDown Women's Championship. This is the match that I really wanted to talk about because these two know each other absolutely so well. I mean, it's like there were so many great counters in the match. I mean, a couple times Lexi went up to the top rope to do moves, and Becky was a catcher. And there was a couple solid drop kicks that was well done. And then let's see what else happened. There was a lot of good chain wrestling, but what really just made me go was the point of the match where Becky actually was trying to get the disarmer on Alexa, and because of how much damage she'd done to the arm before, because earlier she had the arm like this, and she kind of bent it back as far as she physically could, and that disarmer had actually made it look like Lexi's arm was dislocated. I mean, here's her arm; it's just like hanging there, just like this, and she's trying to get it all straight back in place. I think she literally had to pop her elbow back in. And meanwhile, while this shit is going down, somebody comes racing down dressed in the La Luchadora mask that Becky had worn last week, and they actually undo the turnbuckle cover and send Becky headfirst into the turnbuckle. Meanwhile, Lexi's trying to get her bearings back, and all of a sudden, somehow, I don't know how she does it, but with whatever bit of strength she had left, hits Becky, I guess, with what it was called, I guess, a snap DDT, and she retained the championship. But man, oh man, Alexa Bliss, my hat's off to you, sweetheart. You were my favorite to win that match, and personally, I have a major fan crush on Alexa. I mean, I adore both Alexa and Becky, but I personally like Alexa better. I mean, I still say that she makes a tremendous entitled bratty heel champion, but I've seen what she's like off camera, and she'd also be a tremendous babyface when they ever decide to go that route. But who'd have thought that when she got called up from NXT, I'm like, oh god, she got called up too soon. She's not gonna be ready. But man, she proved everybody wrong with her performances. I mean, she is just an absolute master at the heel facial expressions, and not to mention she's terrific at pretty much saying whatever she can to get under your skin. So she's definitely earned everything she's got. But man, that disarmor that she took, oh my gosh, that was gnarly, absolutely gnarly. And then comes the main event, triple threat match for WWE Championship, Baron Corbin versus Dolph Ziggler versus the defending champion AJ Styles. And this match, I'd say, probably easily as a 5-star match on a free TV television show that basically felt like a mini pay-per-view. I mean, Corbin looked like an absolute world beater. I mean, he was basically taking both guys to town at once without even really breaking a sweat. So he looked like a beast. There was one spot where Styles and Ziggler just kind of, they just shrugged and then they dual elbow drops on Corbin to the table. That was awesome. And then there was another spot toward the end where as Corbin is giving Styles the end of days, Ziggler hits him with a zigzag at the same time, and yet Corbin still kicked out. Then the finish came when Corbin actually hit Ziggler with the end of days. Looked like he'd have the championship, and then Styles out of nowhere, phenomenal forearm, takes out Corbin. Corbin rolls outside the ring, leaving AJ to pin Ziggler for the 1, 2, 3. And then immediately afterward, Cena's music hits. Oh yeah, earlier, to actually open up the show, he actually cut an amazing promo. He actually showed flashes of the old Doctor of Thugonomics in it. And what was funny was he was actually poking fun at the Chicago crowd because they were chanting for CM Punk, and he's like, I can't hear you guys. You're going to have to chant louder. You chanting Cena sucks? So that was kind of funny that he actually would just playfully troll the Chicago crowd like that, considering they'd been in there the night before in Chicago. And when the CM Punk chant started, rather than just trying to entertain the crowd, have a little fun with him, Stephanie McMahon basically tore him down to shreds like a complete asshole. I mean, I know she's a heel, but that was a little bit over the line in my personal opinion. But anyway, after the match, Cena comes out and he's talking trash with Styles the entire time. But eventually, Cena's like, this is for nothing but respect. He offers Styles his hand, and there's to shake it, and it's been made official. Cena against Styles for the WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble. Styles, Cena 3, as you'd call it. And of course, they are 2-0. One of my buddies says that he doesn't count it because the first victory Styles got was because of the club's interference. I just say it's in the record book. Styles won it, but since Styles has won their first 2 meetings, I am probably expecting John to go over here and claim his 16th championship just so he can die Flair. So that hoopla can be pushed to the side for a while, and then he has his reign. He'll lose it, and then he'll finally get a 17th reign, break Flair's record, and that major storyline for Cena is done, and he can work on, I guess, getting towards the end of his career or whatever it is, because he's almost into his 40s. But in any case, it should be a great match at the Rumble. Plus, on the first Smackdown in 2017, Miz will defend his Intercontinental Championship against Dean Ambrose. I'm not expecting Dean to win because, Miz just got the belt back, and unless they decide to actually, switch the belt to Dean after he pretty much stole it from Ziggler after Ziggler put his career on the line and just had a 37-day reign, I don't expect Dean to win it for the second time because they just seem content with having Miz rule the upper mid-card when he should be moving up to the main event scene by now. But in any case, all I can say about SmackDown's Wild Card Finals, as they called them, terrific show, great way to finish off 2016 rather. I'm going to say 2017, but still, great way to finish off the show. There was plenty of highlights, and it just seems crazy that they can put together such a good show in just 2 hours. It really leaves you wanting more. And yet, when you go through Raw, the 3-hour Raws, it feels like they just drag on and on at times because, their commercials seem to take almost a full hour combining the commercials together with the 3 hours of wrestling. So it's almost like a 4-hour show instead of 3. But in any case, the Rumble should be great, and here's hoping in terms of Raw, when they get around to it, that Bayley captures the women's title from Charlotte, and finally someone other than Charlotte has a championship run for more than just 30 days. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a huge fan of Charlotte, and I actually have her do it with Flair's t-shirt coming in. I'll probably have it by tomorrow, personally, actually. But, I mean, she, personally, in my opinion, has just been overexposed in 2016. I mean, Sure, she was the champion going into WrestleMania, but I think by that point she should have dropped the title to Becky Lynch or Sasha. I mean, you could hear the crowd reaction to WrestleMania. They wanted a new champion, so I think she's just been overexposed as a champion. But she's an amazing heel. She just needs to get out of the title picture and work feuds with other people. You know, finally, maybe finally feud with Dana Brooke so she can finally get over as a babyface. Because I mean, after she slapped Charlotte, we all figure, oh, she's turning babyface. We'll finally get a mentor-student feud. Yet that never happened. It's like, what the hell? But anyways, SmackDown 2016, the final episode for 2016 for SmackDown, it absolutely rocked. Great show. Can't wait to see what 2017 brings. And also, I just wanted to point out this little milestone. We officially hit 800 subscribers on the channel. 800 plus, actually, as I'm now recording this. I think it's like 804, 805. So thank you guys so much for getting me that milestone. And who knows, maybe sometime in 2017 we'll hit the 1,000 goal. Hit the 1K mark. That would be totally awesome. But anyways, that's my thoughts on the SmackDown Wildcard Finals and the final SmackDown episode of 2016. Sorry I came a few days late, but I really needed a few days to like process what had happened. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, remember to like, smash the like button as hard as you can, comment, and subscribe to me on the channel. And as always, keep it charming, everybody. Peace out for now.